All week long here on the Chiefs Report, we are in a sub-battle between Eagles now and the Chiefs Report. We don't want to just see if we can beat the Eagles on the football field. We want to beat them off the football field as well and show why we have the best fan base in the National Football League. As I always tell you, sub for Chiefs dubs. You can see we got a slight lead in that sub-battle, but the job's not finished, folks. Let's do our part for the latest happenings on your Kansas City Chiefs throughout Super Bowl week, live right here from New Orleans. Subscribe now to the channel for free, and we'll get started with today's show. The worst fears of the Philadelphia Eagles are coming true in regards to your Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome into this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. It is day number 3 of Super Bowl week here in New Orleans as we're checking in from the Chat Sports New Orleans Oasis here on today's show. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring you some exclusive interviews that we were able to get with guys like Creed Humphrey, Derek Nottie, Jaden Hicks, as they were pretty excited about this matchup and revealed some pretty interesting things ahead of Sunday's game. Let's start with the offensive line, and we're going to get you an interview with Creed Humphrey here in just a moment. Creed Humphrey, I was talking to him earlier today, and he feels pretty good about the state of the Chiefs' offensive line right now heading into Sunday. And we know that this offensive line has been a concern for this Chiefs team throughout all of 2024 and into the postseason. And although that they improved with the move of Joe Thuney from the left guard spot to the left tackle position, what hasn't improved still is the run game. That has been a struggle for the Kansas City Chiefs. And you may recall earlier today, we brought you an interview with Dana Hughes from the Chiefs Radio Network. And one of the things I asked him was, I said, do you think the issues with the offensive line, with this lack thereof when it comes to the run game, is more about the O-line or about the running backs? And he was saying that he thinks it's a little bit of both. But Creed Humphrey, he was telling me earlier today that they feel like that the run game issues, the work that they've put in the bye week and over the last couple of days, that they're in a really good spot, that they're as good as ever, and that they feel pretty confident the run game is going to get going here against Philadelphia. Here's more from Creed Humphrey.
Creed, what's it like being back at the Super Bowl?
It's great. You never take these opportunities for granted. It's so hard to get to this point. So we're just having fun with it, enjoying the moment, and focus on the ball too.
The offensive line, you guys have faced some challenges. How have you managed to work through it?
Yeah, just proud of how the guys have played, how they've approached every week. They've done a great job, and they've done a great job this playoffs, just preparing for the game, knowing it can be our last game at any point. They've done a great job, and have really stepped our game up over the past few weeks.
What's it like protecting Patrick Mahomes and being that first guy, handing him that football each time?
Yeah, it's great. I have a great relationship with Pat. Over these past 4 years, we've grown pretty close. So it's a lot of fun getting to play with a guy like that. You get to witness history with him. So it's been a lot of fun.
What stands out to you about this matchup with the Eagles here?
Really talented. They have a ton of talent on defense across the board. Whether it's in the front seven or whether it's in the back end, there's talent everywhere. So they present a really good challenge. And obviously, Coach Fangio, he's a great defensive coordinator too. So it's going to be a fun matchup. They present a lot of challenges. So we're just ready to prep from today until Sunday to go on the field.
What's the preparation like? Is this any different from the other Super Bowls?
No, not really. We're just taking it a day at a time, focused on being in the moment and staying present and not looking much towards the guys.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Now, personally, I've been telling you over the last few days, and I'll say it again, that I believe that if the offensive line can get this run game going for Kansas City, then it's game over. I don't see how they lose because we know that Patrick Mahomes is going to throw the football effectively, that the pass game is going to do their part. But if the pass game and the run game are both working, then the Chiefs are in really good shape for this matchup. And I just don't see a way that Philly can stop them if they can do their part and get that run game going. And Creed Humphrey seems to be pretty confident that the offensive line is in good shape. So let's ask you, do you believe in the Chiefs' offensive line? It's our pinned comment today. Let us know what you think. Type B for believe, D for don't. You might get an ad break while the ad's playing. Get your votes in. Let us know if you believe in the offensive line or not. This Chiefs team is no stranger to the Super Bowl, as obviously they're going for their third straight Super Bowl title. And it's pretty fascinating as you look at some of the guys that have been here for this journey throughout this dynasty. And we spend so much time talking about Patrick and Andy and Chris Jones and Travis Kelce, but one name that has been through quite a bit of these games is Derek Nottie. And I found an interesting stat the other day that Derek Nottie is fourth all-time in Chiefs playoff wins. He has seen the process, and, you know, there's been times where he could have taken more money to play elsewhere, but he has been so committed and been one of the bread and butter guys for this Kansas City Chiefs team. He brings a lot to the table that doesn't necessarily show up in the stat book. And what he's done is he's allowed other guys to kind of lean on him and be that sounding board and help lead these younger players. And I think we've seen the results. The fact that this 2022 draft class and beyond has yet to lose a playoff game, and they got guys like Derek Nottie that they can lean on for advice. And I asked him about that, as well as how this Super Bowl compares to the others he's been a part of. Here's what he had to say.
Derek, tell me about being back here at the Super Bowl. What's it like, man?
It's amazing, honestly. The feeling never gets old.
What's been kind of your favorite memories over the years? How's this Super Bowl maybe compared to the others?
Granted, a lot of stuff hasn't really started yet. I'll still rank the 19 win over any issue. It was the first one.
What do you remember from that day? What were some of your favorite moments from that first Super Bowl?
I feel like it was the mentality we had. Like, in our eyes, we were so relaxed every single week, going to every single playoff game. No matter what adversity came, we just kind of cool and relaxed. Like, you know, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. Whatever happens, you know, we'll be good. Yeah, and of course, winning the thing, like going in there, we felt like we were going to be, you know, challenged really well for the 49ers. So, like, that was probably the biggest one for me. This was my first one. I was just so excited.
For the younger guys, what's been kind of your message that you've had to them about taking it all in and their first Super Bowl experience? What advice have you given them?
Well, I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head. Just take it all in, enjoy it. But at the end of the day, you know, focus on the details, focus on our mission, focus on why we're here. You know, it is fun. It's great to be in the Super Bowl, but we still got a job to do. You know, focus on, like I said, focus on the mission.
Tell me about the Eagles. What stands out to you about facing those guys?
Well, they have a great offensive line. They got a fantastic running back. They got a quarterback that can throw it. They got some great wide receivers. Overall, it's a fantastic team from top to bottom.
I'm sure you've heard all the talk about the dynasty and the three-peat. What would it mean to you to win this one and keep this thing going?
Honestly, it'll be amazing. Like, even though it's three-peat and all that, that's great. But still, it's a Super Bowl. I'm really trying to win that thing, man.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Being around this Chiefs team this week and hearing from guys like Nottie, it's very obvious that this team, they really like each other. They can lean on one another. And I think Derek's a great example for these younger players of how to do this, as he's been here many times before and certainly made an impact as far as that goes. Who's a player that needs to step up in Super Bowl 59? Give me a name that comes to mind. Offense, defense, special teams, I don't care. Up to you. Weigh in the comment section and let us know. Today's show is sponsored by our friends at PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. Choose two or more players on any given category. Get the choice of more or less, whether you're talking fantasy points in football, rebounds in basketball, goals in hockey, all sorts of different categories to choose from. PrizePicks has got two great deals they're offering right now, folks. If you play $5, you can turn it into $50 to play for free. You don't even have to win to get the money. On top of that, right now on PrizePicks, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. The big game is almost here, and it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last football game of the season with PrizePicks, the best place to win cash while watching the big game. PrizePicks is also giving away a free pick for the big game, where Patrick Mahomes will only need to throw 1 yard to win. If you're correct in at least one more stat projection, you can win real cash. Here's what I'm going with on PrizePicks for the big game on Sunday. Give me Patrick Mahomes. They have more than half a passing yard. I sure hope that's the case. Also going with Saquon Barkley because I had to pick somebody from the opposite side. I'll give him more than half a rushing or receiving touchdown begrudgingly. If it works out, though, I put $20 down. That turns into $50. Play along with me. PrizePicks.com/SailItS. Promo code SailItS. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. PrizePicks, proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Last on our list of what you need to know in regards to your Kansas City Chiefs heading into Sunday's matchup. Been there, done that before. It is business as usual with this team. And one of the things that I've been asking guys over the last couple of days, especially those that have been here with this team throughout these Super Bowls, are you doing anything different? What is the approach? What's the mindset? And for this team, no matter who you talk to, they all say two things, that they're treating this like they're coming off a bye week, and just like any other game in that sense, and that their Super Bowl routine is pretty much the same thing that they've been doing in these other Super Bowls. And that's a good thing for a team that's had the type of success that the Kansas City Chiefs have had. What's the old saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what the Chiefs are doing here as they head into Sunday's matchup. And Jaden Hicks, a guy that is playing in his first Super Bowl, he's had a very good rookie campaign at all. Even for him, somebody that, this is the biggest game he's ever played in his life. He's taking it all in and treating it as such like it's just any other game. Listen to this from Jaden Hicks.
Jaden, what's it like playing in your first Super Bowl?
Oh, man, it's awesome being able to be in this position right now, especially with this team. But, yeah, we're blessed here, and we're ready to roll.
What's the week been like for you so far?
Yeah, it's been a lot of meetings, getting the game plan down, and a lot of food.
How different is the preparation for this week compared to any normal week?
We just get that extra week, but I don't think it's anything different. Just kind of like coming off a bye week. But yeah, we got the extra week of game planning and going through the playbook. But that's the only thing.
What stands out to you about the Eagles?
They got a pretty good run game, so that's the main thing that stands out.
What about facing Jalen Hurts? You're looking forward to this matchup, and what does he do well?
Yeah, he gets the ball into the right guy's hands, and they're going to make plays, but we're going to try and stop all that. And yeah.
That's right.
Jaden. And here's something to ponder as well. There has never been a coach that is better coming off of a bye week in American tackle football than Andy Reid. And with that in mind, they put the game plan, installed it before they ever even arrived in New Orleans. This team is locked in. They're razor focused. They're saying all the right things. And even the young guys, like you saw with Jaden Hicks there, they're bought all in, and they're carrying themselves with poise as well. This is a team that is coming off as extremely confident, but not cocky. And I think that's a very good place to be if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think the Eagles, they ought to be scared shitless heading into this weekend based on how the Chiefs are approaching this, and no injuries on top of all that as well. This is, I think, the best spot the Chiefs have been all season. It just happens to be prior to the biggest game of the entire year. Before we go, who do you got? You going with the Chiefs? You going with the Eagles? You can't be picking the Eagles. You got to pick the Chiefs, right? Type KC for Chiefs. I don't want to see any PHIs for Philly. If that's your prerogative, whatever. Type KC for Chiefs, PHI for Philly. Weigh in and let us know. Appreciate you joining us here on this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. We have more coverage throughout the rest of the week from here in New Orleans. Hit that sub button. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us, and we shall see you next time.